Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and again, not normally the type of video I do, but I kind of had to finally weigh in on Justin Trudeau, a man that loves to play dress up. And if you see over my shoulder, he really loves to go full board with those outfits. Now, with some of the stuff that's leaked out before, aka the Aladdin stuff, the turban stuff, I said this: look, let's be honest. Take a look at the guy. He's a panderer. And in these pictures here, he's obviously at an event. He's at some kind of a party. I'm not excusing it. He went head to toe as far as you could possibly go in these things. But is that a shock? Look at the man. Again, he reminds me of like a reject for New Kids on the Block. Oh, white Trudeau. Oh, the white stuff. And now, I have to say, this doesn't look good for him. It doesn't look good for him. Because when we talk about blackface, if we're talking about entertainment, for instance, let's take a look behind me. I thought that Tropic Thunder was brilliant. It was amazing. In fact, I took the title from Tropic Thunder, and the fact that you had this Academy Award-winning actor, this A-lister, this superstar, parodying himself in blackface, and then having a conversation about not going full retard. And now we live in a world where I may get in trouble for just using that word, discussing something that happened in a movie. And if you go even further back, you'll see Eddie Murphy. I'm sorry, not Eddie Murphy, my mistake. You'll see Dan Aykroyd, who was with Eddie Murphy, who we're going to get into in a minute, in an incredible movie called Trading Places. Kind of a side note here before we actually watch the Trudeau video and why it's so bad. But here was a film where Dan Aykroyd, who I do not believe to be a racist, dons blackface, but it's really more of a film which is a parody on high society versus low society. It does play on many of the racial stereotypes and acceptances of the time period. And it was actually produced by a guy named Aaron Russo, who would make a film called America, Freedom to Fascism and be instrumental in the truth movement, right? And I think that this movie stands up. And the thing about it is, while you have Aykroyd in blackface, you can have Eddie Murphy safely parody somebody from Africa. He's not from Africa. I mean, he has that one bit, and I love that bit where he has an African woman. What have you done for me lately, Eddie? And even now, coming to America, the second coming to America after all these years, is going to be a reality. Is it bad that Eddie Murphy made me laugh as an old Jewish man? That was Eddie Murphy right there in the background. Should he not be able to do that? Of course not. It's funny. Even in his SNL days, there was a time where he got in whiteface and there was a whole bit about it. That's entertainment. That's fine. I got no problem with it. In fact, I think there's been a huge overreaction in that regard. But getting back to Trudeau wanting to play dress up, I mean, culturally everywhere. Look at the man in his Chinese garb, in his Indian garb. We just showed him with his little headband. So again, not surprised here. Okay, here's where it gets a little sketchy. Now, when we talked about the party, number one, it was a dress-up party. This video, I'm going to have to take the volume all the way down. But this video, we're just going to play it. We're going to bring it back to the beginning. Really isn't a dress-up party. In fact, Trudeau looks extremely out of place. It doesn't look like, there's other people in this type of garb. And then we're going to get to the outfit itself. I mean, obviously the full blackface and body, but a limp schlongalingus that looks like a foot and a half long. Talk about stereotypes. Is that an okay stereotype? Because some people would view it as positive, because in this society we just love a big ding-dong. Is that okay? Or is it as bad as if he was in that same outfit with a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken and a watermelon in his hand? Again, this wasn't for entertainment. This wasn't for art. This was for his own personal pleasure. So let's play the video. Huh. So there's some rafting going on. I see some smiling people. Some more rafting. Oh no, that's a canoe. I'm sorry. Here's the rafting. It's pretty crazy out there. All right. So this makes sense in context why somebody would be in full blackface. I mean, that's what you do before you go whitewater rafting in a group in some dangerous rapids, right? I guess you get dressed up like Santa Claus. So now we're seeing some goofy stuff. So now we got a Santa Claus. I'm not sure what this is. Is it of a racial nature? I'm not sure. Okay, we got a sunflower. We got maybe some Asian stuff going on. Okay. Now I have no idea. Like, this is like the creature from the Black Lagoon guy. This guy's got a life jacket on. I don't know if these are swimmies or what else is going on. Everything seems pretty goofy and lighthearted. All right, there you go. So it's kind of a dress-up party. Oh, we went full board. And my Johnny Tackle Whacker is the size of my forearm. The size of my forearm. I'm surprised people aren't making a bigger deal out of this. I'm not sure. Like, if he was playing, like, Mr. T or a certain character, can anybody identify this as some kind of a pop culture figure? I mean, he went full board. Let's look at it again. Hey! And look at my ding-dong. Yeah. So, I'm not seeing anything that's racial or cultured. You know, here's the thing. It's okay to play dress-up. I don't mind that. For the most part, I'll probably still take his side. I'm a little disturbed that, again, we had, unless it's, he's specifically playing somebody who's supposed to be well endowed and not playing up that stereotype. Whatever, right? Except for the fact that the guy's the biggest virtue signaler out there. He's 100% on hate speech laws, on not allowing parents to have any rights over their children, on not misgendering people and making it a crime to do so. These are dangerous things. And for him to be such an out-and-out hypocrite, I mean, take a look. I mean, that just shows you who these politicians are. And behind closed doors, Trudeau is running little to nothing. I absolutely promise you that. He is a mere puppet in this system, in this game that now focuses on identity and gender politics more than what's actually going on in the Middle East, in Africa, with our foreign policy. Stories like the one earlier today where we talked about the school in Nigeria. Thank you, Amy Dye, for that super chat. I appreciate it. That was raping and torturing hundreds of people. And we haven't even scratched the surface on what's going on in that story. Those are the real tragedies. Those are the real things that we should be focusing on, Mr. Trudeau. If you really care so much about who you've offended by these actions, well, I'll tell you what, a lot of those people were of the color you painted your whole body up, and I bet you they would appreciate some aid. But we don't want to do that, do we? No, that's not what you're going to do. You're probably just going to apologize again for this and hope it blows over and continue to be the establishment puppet that you are. Back up the United States in just about all of its foreign policy. Continue to confuse the issues of what gender really is and criminalize speech more and more and more and more and make it more and more difficult for people to challenge your and the state's power. Because after all, Mr. Trudeau, you're a mid-level puppet at best, and most people know that. So that's my take on it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, if you're new to this channel, now's the time to subscribe. Join the Burmis Brigade. We're doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos a day sometimes. I mean, we are kicking out the jams, guys, like you would not believe, on all sorts of subjects. We're at the forefront of Nexium, Epstein, Bilderberg. We're doing important interviews with people like Whitney Webb and breaking down this crime syndicate. Today, in fact, today, the Roy Cohn FBI document dump. I've been trying to scour through it, and so, wrong thing. I'm in the wrong one. There we go. Sorry about that. But it's 748 pages. Tell you what I haven't found. I haven't found anything on child prostitution or blackmail as of yet. That except for at the very end, there's one small piece of blackmail. There are a lot of redactions. If you look here, there's full pages that are deleted. It's the kind of thing we do on this channel. And we're going to be doing a Roy Cohn video in the future. The FBI, just to briefly go over it quick, give you a little preview here of some of the headlines. They're framing it in Trump. Is this targeted now? Is this dump happening to go after him? It's something we're going to discuss. But they're talking about bribery and a lot more. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Yeah, I got this GoFundMe. $5, $10, $15 means the world to me. It's how I'm doing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos a day sometimes. Love you guys. See you on the flip side.